I'm Ryan Payton.
SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio is the place for expert advice, strategy, and information from the best fantasy sports analysis to win your league. Plus, hear pick-by-pick coverage of live drafts and interviews with top players, coaches, and team executives on SiriusXM 80
and Morning Show, Sportsnet 590 The Fan, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Never.
Bucket is good.
Not.
Man, he pulled out the whole package there.
Exciting.
The Raptors are up 16.
We're just getting started. This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
It's the beginning, we just got started.
There's going to be a learning curve for him and for the team to understand how good of a shooter he is and for everybody to trust him. And teammates are telling him, like, you're open, shoot it. He's a good decision maker. I think he's willing passer. Defensively, he does a good job with verticality, with active hands. He just got to continue developing on that side of the floor.
Picture this, a snowy morning, and you're staring at where your driveway used to be. Your neighbor's Toyota RAV4 with all-wheel drive cruises by, unfazed, making winter look easy. You're thinking, that should be me. Yes, it should. It's time to upgrade your winter. It's time to Toyota. Lease a 2024 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive from $95 weekly for 60 months at 6.69% with $3,700 down. They're in stock now. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
We'd rather sell it than count it. The inventory clear-out is on now at Visions Electronics. Find savings throughout the entire store. TVs, appliances, computers, and more. It's all been heavily discounted, and it all has to go. And you can take up to 3 years to pay interest-free. Plus, enter for your chance to win a 100-inch Hisense TV. The inventory clear-out. On now for a limited time, only at Visions Electronics. See all the deals at visions.ca.
Yep, it's getting colder out there. What you need is a sell-off vacation. I know what you're thinking, but did you know? You can book now and pay later.
What?
Like that family getaway to Tulum. Or maybe a beach vacation just for two. Oh, romantic. Pack that suitcase and dive straight into paradise with SellOffVacations.com. Monthly payment applicants are subject to approval by Uplift Canada. See website for details.
Being an internet company, we know you have a lot of questions.
What's Telmax? What's fiber optic? How do I turn it on?
Let's clear things up. Telmax is a local internet company. Telmax offers 100% pure fiber internet to your home. Telmax has been ranked as the fastest internet service in Canada by PCMag for 2 years in a row. It's that fast. Curious? We'll answer your questions. Buy your internet, TV, and phone services online at telmax.com. Telmax, connecting communities to the world around us.
Simply better security right from the palm of your hand.
Brevo is a leader in customized access control for buildings. Know who is coming and going in real time, access control and more conveniently from your mobile device.
From small businesses to multinational, Brevo secures it all.
Join millions of professionals worldwide who trust Brevo for simply better security. Learn more at lp.brevo.com/Canada. That's lp.brivo.com/Canada.
Are you looking for a trusted and experienced online high school where you can earn credits or upgrade your marks? Learn with Ontario Virtual School, Ontario's leading online provider with a 5-star Google rating. OVS has over 140 interactive grade 7 to 12 courses to choose from, including STEM, French immersion, and more. Sign up today, create your own timetable, and get access to their supportive teachers and counselors. See why over 25,000 students have chosen to learn with OVS. Visit OntarioVirtualSchool.ca.
Welcome back to Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, and we're about to go to center court and hear from Garrett Temple in mere moments on Dr. Martin Luther King Day. And I'm going to turn it over right now before we do anything else. Garrett Temple.
Good evening, everybody. Today, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I understand it's not a national holiday here, but it is in America, and we appreciate you guys celebrating with us. As a civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr. dedicated his life to fighting for equality. His civil rights leadership, yes, His lessons of mutual respect resound now more than ever. So let's remember what is written on the back of all of our shirts right now. The time is always right to do what is right. Let's go.
Great message, great words from Garrett Temple. Not exactly great with the horn going off, but hey, a great message nevertheless from Garrett Temple on Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Let's head over with Herbie Kuhn and the starting five for the visiting Boston Celtics.
Florida, a 6'9" forward wearing number 42, Al Horford. From Duke, a 6'8" forward at number 0 is Jason Tatum. From Latvia, a 7'3" in center, number 8 is Kristaps Porzingis. Out of Colorado, a 6'4" guard, number 9 is Derek White. And from UCLA, a 6'5" guard, number 4, Drew Holiday. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Boston Celtics is Joe Mazzulla.
There you have it, starting five for the Boston Celtics. Starting lineups brought to you by Bet Rivers. Take a chance. We're going to get the Raptors starting five in just a moment, Jonesy. You heard off the top of our broadcast, folks, in our launch clip, Darko Rajakovic speaking about Jonte Porter and how good of a shooter Porter is. But Jonesy, they need Porter to be not just a shooter, they need him to be a defender and even more so a rebounder. As you will hear officially in mere moments, folks, Porter into the starting lineup tonight for the Raptors.
It's big, and let's hope that he can make enough shots to pull the Celtics outside. Let's hope that he can be active defensively, and let's really hope that he has his rebounding game. Because other than that, Toronto doesn't have a whole lot of size, Eric, and they're going to have to do this thing collectively.
Raptors and Celtics getting set to start things off in mere moments, but we have to make it official with the Raptors starting five in a moment. You're going to hear the name Jonte Porter, as we just talked about. The rest will look pretty much the same as it has for a couple of weeks now. And when I say a couple of weeks, RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley have only had a chance to be in town for one game. And they've essentially been on the road, if you include with the Knicks and the Raptors, for the better part of 3, almost 4 weeks. They've barely touched their own bed, wherever that bed may be. Let's go to Mark Strong in the Raptors starting five.
We get it started at 6'8" from Florida State. Wearing number 4, make some noise for your boy, Scotty Barnes. The guard out of Maryland, the Wildcat moving 0 to 100 swiftly. You know who? IQ Emmanuel Quickley. The big man in the middle, rocking number 11, straight out the Mizzou. Make way for Jonte Porter. And now it's all about giving time for Mr. Number 9. You know his name, RJ Barrett. And we keep it spicy at the forward, representing Cameroon, number 43, Spicy P, Pascal Siakam. Head coach of the Toronto Raptors is Darko Rajakovic.
All right, there you go. Starting five for the Toronto Raptors. Again, starting lineups brought to you by Bet Rivers. Thanks for tuning in, folks, on a Monday night to Tangerine Basketball, Raptors Tangerine Basketball, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans right here on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca. The Raptors on their home floor finally. It's been a while since they've been here. It's only the second time in the new year since we flipped the calendar. And Toronto will try and take care of business against the 30-9 Boston Celtics. Raptors will have a busy week coming up with the back-to-back on Wednesday, Thursday, the home back-to-back against Miami and Chicago. Then they hit the road again for one on Saturday in New York before coming back home for only 2 games next week. So the wonky scheduling continues in the NBA with 4 games in 6 nights this week and 2 games in 7 nights next week. If you're keeping score at home, sorry to cut you off there, Jonesy. 52 seconds to go now in Buffalo. Pittsburgh has the ball at the 50-yard line, down 31-17 to the Bills. So barring a catastrophe, which has happened in Buffalo before, and I'm saying that as a Bills fan, it looks like Buffalo's going to win this ball game and advance to play Kansas City next week. So we can put that game aside. I can rest easy. Jonesy's not going to have a bitter broadcaster for the next 3 hours. And we are underway with the Celtics in green, winning the tip. Raptors in their black uniform. Boston starting with the ball. They'll get it again in the 4th. They're moving right to left. Holiday has it out on the far side now, up top straight away. On a switch, he's picked up by Porter. Drew Holiday elevates for the jumper. 18-footer, no good. Back rim. Rebound to Porter.
Pretty good defense by Porter. Stood him up and was able to challenge.
And got the rebound. Raptors come back the other way, and Barrett left it short on the far wing. Raptors rebound. They try and reset up top. It's deflected, and Toronto picks it up. Boston said it should have been an over and back, but they touched it for sure. Quickly into the lane, drove to the 10. Looked like he got fouled from behind by Holiday, but they're going to say clean block, and it's still Toronto ball with 4.4. They'll inbound on the baseline. So the Raptors lead 9-8. In the lane, contact came. Holiday, he's been a problem thus far, 5 minutes into the game.
Boy, I feel like referee Brent Nanzel anticipated there. You know, I was watching the Philadelphia-Houston game today, and, you know, every player wants everything challenged. Patrick Beverley contested a shot, and they called the whistle, and, you know, player comes down, wheeling his finger like, right, challenge, challenge, challenge. Nick Nurse challenge, there was a foot between Patrick Beverley and the guy that shot the ball. And I just thought that call was another one that was maybe a little bit anticipatory by the official.
Holiday makes good on both, so Boston jumps back on top by 1. It's 10-9. 7:06 to go here, opening quarter. Porter out on the perimeter, goes to Barrett on the wing near side. Barrett spinning away for Holiday. Thought about the jumper, instead goes back to Porter just below the far elbow. Spinning, nifty pass to Barrett, and he lays it in. How about the connection, the eyes, and the handle from Porter?
The pass and the catch by RJ. That thing was a laser.
11-10, Raptors back on top. Little seesaw battle right now. Porzingis out on the wing, guarded by Porter. Goes over to Tatum. Tatum with Barrett on him. Trying to get away from RJ now at the near elbow. He leaned in, drew contact, no whistle, and then got the shot.
Those are the ones that guys flop on defensively, but like I said, Offensive fouls need to be called when guys don't flop.
Pascal in the paint, spins, fires, and couldn't knock the shot down. A short one, about an 8-9 footer over Al Horford. Holiday in the lane, whips a pass far corner. Derek White, 3-ball is clean, and Boston jumps out to a 15-11 lead.
Now Toronto doing a nice job early, but listen, Celtics #1 in three-point attempts, over 42 attempts a game. You just have to be aware that's the way they're going to play.
6:12 to go, opening quarter. Boston leading Toronto by 4 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans on Sportsnet 590, the fan streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
To play, Bet Rivers will make your day.
Take a chance, you'll see.
You like slots, we've got lots. Blackjack, roulette, take your shot.
It's where you'll want to be. Bet Rivers Online Casino has hundreds of slots, live table games, and more.
Take a chance.
Must be 19 plus. Available in Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, please contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Love is in the air. Frank and Marge's daughter is getting married. They want to help with the wedding, but need to organize their finances. With a debt consolidation loan and my telekinesis, I help them consolidate their bills. I promise I won't crash the wedding, but I am free that weekend.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 6:12 to go in the opening quarter. The Raptors trail the Celtics 15-11. Boston out of the gate shooting 55.6% to start the game. The Raptors at just 33%. Boston with 3 turnovers to start this game. And Jonesy, the numbers don't necessarily look great for Toronto right now, but 15-11. And the Raptors kind of holding their own in the early going here against a Boston team that has beat them 3 times already this season and have won 7 straight over the Raps.
Yeah, well, listen, if you're Toronto, you've got to play with that kind of energy. So far, so good.
Toronto inbounding quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. An early change for Toronto with Barnes checking out and Schroeder coming in. Porter has it up top to Barrett. Boston still staying with their starters on the near side. It's quickly. Shot clock down to 6. Back over cross court to Barrett. Barrett trying to spin away from Tatum. Pass in the far corner to Pascal. Air ball on a 3. Boston with the ball.
Interesting zone by the Celtics. They played it 2-3 with Drew Holiday in the middle.
Holiday lobs it now to Porzingis on the block near side, backing down on Porter. Double team comes, kick it out to Holiday. 3-ball is good. Can they afford to do that?
No,
Toronto?
you got to stay one-on-one and let him defend your yard, guard your yard, and then if they get into the paint, then you can help. But that was too easy.
Barrett driving along the baseline near side, goes high off glass with a left-hand scoop. It's good. And that cuts the Boston lead to 5. 18-13 with 5:10 to go. A couple of changes coming in a moment for Boston. They go back to Porzingis again on the near side, back up top to Holiday. Swing it over far side, then down low to Horford with a quick spin and fire, and he took advantage of Schroeder down low.
Well, it was one-on-one, and they identified the mismatch.
Quickly, straight away, 3-ball, no good for Toronto. Rebound to Tatum.
Felt Derek White with the contest rear view just on his ear.
Porzingis on the wing near side, triple, no good. Rebound to Porter. So the Raptors get a stop here. Can they get a bucket? They trail by 7. 4:36 to go. Opening quarter. McDaniels and Young will come in for the Raptors shortly. Barrett drives on the near side, gets into the paint. The floater up and in for the lefty Barrett.
Love it when RJ catches and goes downhill like that. I know he's improving shooting the three, but I love the fact that he gets to the cup, man.
Tatum out on the far wing, almost towards center, lobs a pass on the block over to Porzingis on the far side. They swing it back out on the perimeter. Now driving down Main Street, Tatum lobs it up for Porzingis, and they're going to say that thing was over the cylinder and wipe out the bucket on the alley-oop attempt.
Very good call by Tyler Ford down on the baseline. They bring in a guy in Sam Hauser that was just lights out here the last time they played them. Just have to be aware of him where he is and make him put it on the floor. Again, a 2-3 zone by the Celtics and your bigger players on the wing with Drew Holiday in the middle, which is a good spot for him because the middle is a soft spot. You got a guard in there.
The Raptors got into that soft spot, but quickly misses the layup. No shot blocking presence. It looked like he rushed it maybe a little bit as he got in there. Raptors down 20-15. Porzingis in the paint. Great pass down low and an up and under for Cornette. Puts Boston back up by 7.
Real size down there with the two big guys.
On the floor right now.
Two big guys.
Between Tatum and Cornette and Porzingis. Heck, for that matter, Hauser's got a little bit of length. Certainly, though, the other three I just mentioned. Quickly, far wing, triple. That one clean. Raptors finally on the board with their first triple.
Good inside out there. Toronto taking advantage of the zone, shrinking the floor.
22-18. Raptors have cut it to 4. They were down 7. Tatum inside the arc, far sideline. Double team briefly. They go to Holiday over to Porzingis. Porzingis hesitated for a moment, then skips into the lane. And are they calling a block? They are.
They are.
If Schroeder falls, that's going to be a charge, no?
Yeah, but that's what I said. I've been on this for years. You've got to call offensive fouls without guys going to the ground. I mean, it was kind of an excuse me block. It could have been a play on.
Porzingis goes to the free throw line. He's got 5 points in the game. Give him, nope. Keep it at 5 as he missed the free throw. So the Raptors trail by 6, 24-18. 3 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Schroeder over to Thad Young straight away to Siakam out on the far wings. Barnes back into the game in the middle of the lane. Turns, fires, rushed it again. Jonesy, Toronto's getting good looks and they're rushing it.
That's exactly where you want to be, high, alive, and in the middle. That's a soft part of the zone.
It's a wide open look for Scotty.
That's 2 of them. Quickly had one also.
Barnes 0 of 2 to start the game. Raptors trailing by 6. Holiday crosses up McDaniels, gets into the paint, then leans the shoulder down and dips in to lay it high off glass. Great footwork and finish from Holiday. Siakam, near side in front of his own bench, missed on a triple, rebounded by Barnes. Out to Schroeder, far wing. Schroeder up top now. McDaniels 3, that one no good. Thad Young got one hand, couldn't squeeze. Boston with it and a chance to go up double figures.
Raptors 1 of 7 from distance have had some pretty good looks.
Tatum. Around a screen set by Cornette. Lost the handle. Out towards center court. Picked up by Young, then picked up by Barnes. Out to McDaniels. Wing, near side, wide open 3. And McDaniels buries it. And Joe Mazzulla wants a timeout.
If the Raptors can take advantage of turnovers, Toronto's done a good job of looking after the ball. They've had created 5 turnovers on the Boston side. Unfortunately, have only cashed in for 5 points, but just got to kind of keep it close right now. Hang tight with them.
26-21. Raptors indeed trying to do just that. Keep it close. Trailing by 5 with exactly 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Stay cool in the cold at Don Valley North Lexus. Right now, lease the 2024 RX 350 from just $718 per month for 24 months at 3.9%. Plus, qualified Lexus owners receive an additional 1.5% loyalty rate reduction for lease rates as low as 2.4%. See DonValleyNorthLexus.com for details. A proud member of Wayne's Auto Group.
Vehicle thefts are increasing at an alarming rate. Superior Door and Gate Systems can provide a complete, turnkey, state-of-the-art security solution to ensure that your property is protected. Superior Door and Gate Systems are a local Canadian-owned company specializing in installation of protective bollards for residential, commercial, and industrial properties. This can prevent thieves from stealing your vehicle or merchandise. The cost of security can only be measured by what it will save. Book your free estimate at superiorbollards.ca.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590.
The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. First quarter action. Raptors trailing the Celtics 26-21. It is Dr. Martin Luther King Day stateside. And as I said pregame, it should be celebrated as a national holiday here in Canada as well. But as a result, there are a ton of finals in the NBA with a full slate of games. And we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Bet Rivers. Take a chance. Philadelphia beats Houston 124-115. The Pelicans lose at Dallas 125-120. Orlando beats the Knicks in New York 98-94. Detroit with the victory over Washington 129-117. San Antonio loses by 10 in Atlanta 109-99. End of the third quarter, Golden State up on Memphis by 1. There are 5 other games in the association, including this one. We'll update you on those later on. Boston out of the timeout with the ball. Derek White brings it across center.
Raptors in a 2-3 zone.
Tatum drives into the paint, kicks out to White, far wing. Good look at a 3-ball, and he knocks it down.
That was like a man-to-man. They screen the top of the zone. You just got to have the guy step up and have people pinch behind.
Young bounce pass to a cutting Barrett, far side. Great pass, great finish, and the Raptors get 2 back. But right now, trading 3s for 2s. Boston 5 of 7 from distance. The Raptors only 2 of 8. They trail by 6 on the scoreboard, 29-23. Tatum inside the arc, far side, holding the ball. Gives it up to Hauser, cutting into the paint. Long looping jumper, no good, over McDaniels, and Barnes gets the rebound.
Great contest by Jalen McDaniels. Really got in the hip pocket, followed and contested.
Barnes in the lane, goes right at Derek White, muscles his way to the 10 and lays it in.
Hey, Scotty's shown us he'll walk anybody into the paint and score on them. Derek White, the latest victim.
Tatum on the logo at center. Under a minute to go, opening quarter. Raptors down by 4. White on the wing near side, missed that one. Rebound to McDaniels. Nice box out by Thad Young on Cornette, allowing Barnes to get that one. Scotty's got it out on the far side. Going at Tatum, went left, spins back right into the paint, gives it to McDaniels, cutting along the baseline, hands it off to Young, who floats it up over Cornette and missed. It just rolled off the rim. Raptors could have cut it to 2 right there and said Boston could now again push their lead to 6 or 7 with 22 seconds to go, and they're calling a foul on Thad Young. For all the contact that's out there, they call a little ticky-tack touch foul there on Thad Young, 40 feet from the hoop. Jeez. How about Mike Brown going on his Darko rant the other night with receipts, with the laptop?
He was absolutely right, and that's the way you do it. He called the league out, saying inconsistency.
Triple no good for Pritchard. So the Raptors get the rebound and can hold for the last shot. Unless Boston fouls them on a 3, Raptors won't tie it or have the lead going to the next quarter, but they can cut it a little bit right here. Down to 2 seconds. Far sideline, triple up, no good. As McDaniels couldn't get that one. It was well contested by Hauser, and the Raptors will head to the second quarter trailing by 4.
Decent quarter, considering the Raptors, who have been shooting the 3 well, did not shoot it well in this quarter. Let's see what the next frame holds for them in terms of the offense. Only shooting 37%. And listen, we know the first game back from a long road trip is like another game in the road trip.
29-24, Boston leading Toronto by 4 as we get set for the second quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590. The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Unhibernate. Verb. To laugh in the face of snow because you drive a Subaru. As in, when I unhibernate, I have the roads all to myself because my Subaru has symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and others don't. Or, the award-winning safety in my Subaru means I can unhibernate all winter while my neighbors stare longingly from their bedroom windows. Or my favorite usage. I am going to unhibernate this winter by visiting my local Subaru dealer today. Welcome to Uncommon Winter Confidence.
Sarah used to let things get to her. Like the news. Or the fake news. The new girl at work. Her old boyfriend's new girlfriend. All that changed when she traveled south with Air Transat.
It's the Comeback Change promo. Book now and get up to 20% off on flights down south. Visit airtransat.com. Conditions apply.
Air Transat. Travel moves us.
Sometimes a smile isn't a smile. Sometimes it's a shield that hides the struggle. For some who have served in the Canadian Armed Forces or RCMP, mental health challenges can take on many faces. If you're struggling, there is support for you and your family. Visit veterans.gc.ca/mental health or call 1-866-522-2122. A message from the Government of Canada.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second quarter. Raptors trailing by 4. Jonesy, the shooting percentage wasn't good, and the disparity and the difference with the Celtics not good either, but the scoreboard tells a different story right now.
Well, if you're Toronto, you're hanging in. Love to see them take advantage more of points off turnovers. That said, keep playing the way you are and not turning it over yourself.
Pritchard was left by Boucher, who went to the tin and then got hammered on the right side. They're going to call Cornette on the foul and send Boucher to the free throw line. Chris popped up pretty quick. He seems to be okay, but he took a hard shot.
It's a hard fall. Aggressive drive by Chris.
Chris Boucher, 2 shots.
I'll talk to him.
And Chris takes care of business. Boston with their lead cut to 2. Derek White over to Hauser, back up top to White near the logo. They're deep in the shot clock already. Boston took a long time to get into their offense. They find Cornette in the lane, far corner to Horford, up fake. Thought he might have traveled, but either way, he missed the 3 ball. Raptors with the rebound. Barnes to Schroeder, near sideline, 3 ball. Dennis is good, and just like the Raptors have stormed back to take a 1-point lead.
Well, Scotty, key on that one. Pulled down the rebound between 2 Celtics, pushed it, and Boston had a numbers disadvantage.
Horford, again with the up fake, put it on the floor, goes into the far corner to Pritchard. Pritchard trying to shake free from Schroeder. Man. An illegal screen not called as Schroeder got wiped out, allowing Pritchard to get to the bucket, but he blew it. Raptors the other way. McDaniels in the near corner. Barrett, 3 ball, no good. Rebound to McDaniels. Let's try the other corner. Nope, Schroeder, bounce pass. Boucher, wing 3 ball, no good. And nobody in the middle for Toronto.
How about the flop on Hauser, not called?
Yeah.
JR sitting there laughing. He saw it too.
And Boston goes the other way and get a Horford 3 ball to put the Celtics back up by 2.
I'm not sure why we have a rule and emphasize it that much in the preseason and they don't call it.
Yep. Barrett straight away. He's got Hauser in front of him. Brought him right, came back left, spinning in the lane, left-hand finish. Barrett is turning it up again tonight, folks. He's got 12. Pritchard above the arc near side. Now more so straight away, gives it up to Cornette, guarded by Boucher. Cornette hands off on the perimeter to White. White on a switch, picked up by Boucher. Goes back to Cornette, but not before he kind of picked up his feet, got called for a travel, and another Boston turnover, their 6th.
And you know what? Cornette went into the lane to post up. he was posting up a long time.
Yeah.
And, if they give him the ball, he's in there already 3 seconds, then gets the ball, has another couple seconds to make his move. That's one that I'd like to see nailed.
Barrett. To McDaniels straight away. McDaniels in the paint, went at Horford and got it to go in traffic. Cornette came with the help, and McDaniels finished strong.
Raptors doubling Boston paint points, and that's something that Toronto's known for.
Currently out-rebounding Boston as well, Jonesy, 15-13. Raptors up by 2 on the scoreboard. Horford down low under the 10. Great contest by McDaniels. The help came, and then Barnes is called for a goaltend, a fraction of a second too late on that block attempt.
I'm okay with that, because you know what? Horford's going to be looking the next time. Where is that guy coming from?
Schroeder across center with the game tied at 34. To Barnes, back to Dennis in the paint. Jackknife pass back out on the perimeter, too far for Boucher, and the Raptors turn it over.
Too bad, because they had good penetration. Dennis was expecting Chris to relocate, slide up the arc a little bit.
White across center for Boston. 3 minutes gone by, a little more than 3 minutes in the second quarter. He's going to keep it himself, take a 3-ball contested, and good. Derek White, the backcourt of Boston, combining for 5 triples and a total of 19 points. Barnes, above the arc for the Raptors, puts it on the floor, driving down toward the block far side, goes back up top to Boucher, to Barrett in the near corner to Schroeder. 3-ball to tie it, missed. Barnes down low, could only get a hand, couldn't squeeze, and Boston has it. Pritchard to Horford to White, another 3-ball up and in for Derek White, and Darko wants a timeout.
Got to be close enough to touch. When you close out to Derek White, you must be able to reach out and be an arm's length close enough to touch him, or else he will fire it.
Boston 8 of 12 from distance, and that is the biggest difference right now. They lead the Raptors by 6, but they've already outscored the Raptors by 18 on the perimeter. It's 40-34 with 8:20 to go in the second quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, the fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Let's get jerseys. Let's get jerseys.
Right now, become a Tangerine client with a savings account, and you could get a free Raptors jersey.
We want jerseys.
Finally, a savings account worth cheering for.
Jerseys. Jerseys.
Find out how to score a jersey at tangerine.ca/Raptors. Tangerine. That's forward banking. Available to new clients who open and fund an eligible account while supplies last. Conditions apply.
Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Did you know that Specsavers always offers you a free lens upgrade when you buy a pair of glasses from $149?
Yeah, it's their big free lens offer.
Big, eh?
Yeah, it includes progressive lenses, thinner and lighter, and blue light filter options.
That's big.
Yeah. Big!
Big! All right, I get it.
The big free lens offer at Specsavers. A free lens upgrade is always included when you buy a pair of glasses from $149 or above. Exclusions and conditions apply. Visit specsavers.ca for details.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 8:20 to go in the second quarter. And the Raptors trail the Celtics 40-34. Thanks again to our friends at Bet Rivers. Take a chance. Raptors trailing by 6. Jonesy, moments ago, they had a 2-point lead, but Boston storming back, and the 3-ball has been a massive weapon for them thus far.
Has been all year for the Celtics. Number 8 in three-point percentage, number 6 in three-point makes, and as I said earlier, number 1 in three-point attempts. They hoist over 42 three-point shots a game.
Number 5, Emmanuel Quickly. Number 11, Jonte Porter will back in for Toronto.
Raptors out of the timeout with Porter back in the ballgame. Porter on the floor with Boucher, Quickly, Barnes, and Schroeder. Schroeder's got it right now out on the far wing. Over to Barnes. Barnes staring down Horford about 16 feet from the hoop. Horford knocked it away for a moment, and as Barnes tried to get it back, it goes out of bounds in the far corner, so it's still off Horford. Raptors will inbound in that far corner with 4.1 on the shot clock. Schroeder on the sideline, Quickly up fake. Hauser bit, Quickly leaned in and dropped down a pretty jumper from 17 feet.
Quickly's got a lot better offense than people gave him credit for coming over from New York. And you're seeing it here in Toronto when he's got a chance to actually play.
Horford to White. White on the wing, trying to shake free from Porter, got into the paint. Boucher was ready to come and help. Porter trying to hold his own, though, as White still on the bounce, brings it back out toward the near sideline. Elevates for the jumper, and he's blocked by Porter. Raptors get a stop. They kick it ahead. Great job by Jonte. Schroeder to Boucher, near wing. 3-ball up, no good. And Porter couldn't squeeze that one. Hauser has it for Boston. Raptors down 4. White over to Horford. Horford was looking to give it up, and he does now. Over to Pritchard. Pritchard's got it, turning the corner to come down Main Street. Got by Barnes, stops on a dime. Hands off in the lane to Brissett. O'Shea missed that one. Pulled down by Horford on the offensive glass. Throws it high off glass, missed it. Brissett with the putback jam, no good. And the Raptors with the rebound. Boucher to Quickly on the near side. Into the paint, back to Boucher. Leans in on White, misses it. Tried to get it back and couldn't squeeze.
It's got to be a finish. Great recognition. Taking advantage of the mismatch.
White, sidestep, 3-ball, straight away, rattled 2 rims, popped out. Raptors with the rebound. Ahead they come. Toronto still down 4, almost halfway through the second quarter. Schroeder into the paint. The running floater is good for Dennis, and the Raptors have cut it to 2. .6:20 to go now. Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis all waiting to check into the game. Brissett cutting through the paint, caught it, went left to right under the tin, missed it, but he was fouled. And O'Shea Brissett, the former Raptor, the Canadian, going to get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Number 25, Chris Boucher with his first personal foul in the game. Team foul number 1 for Toronto. At the line for the Celtics is number 12, O'Shea Brissett. 2 shots.
Boston leading 40-38 with 6:16 to go in the quarter. First one goes down for O'Shea Brissett.
Hated to see him leave the Raptors. He got caught in a numbers game. I mean, you look at O'Shea, a Canadian, 25 years old. You know, and he's one of those guys, 6'7", 6'8", on the wing, can defend. Pretty versatile player.
And of course, Delano Banton with Boston as well. And for that matter, though he's not Canadian, another former Raptor in Svi Mykhailiuk. Brissett makes good on the second free throw as well, so Boston has pushed their lead back to 4 at 42-38. Approaching the midway point of this second quarter. Pretty fast-moving first half. Schroeder around a screen set by Porter. Got to the near elbow, kicks back up top to Porter. 3-ball, too strong, rebound. Siakam couldn't track it down, and it's squeezed and controlled by Holiday. Ahead to White, out on the far side. White getting into the paint now, going right at the tin. The running floater crawls off the rim, no good. Rebound in traffic to Quickly, and he'll bring it up himself. Crosses up White at center court. Stops on a dime. Thought about the 3, goes to Schroeder, back to Quickly. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. It's only at 12 right now. Schroeder in the paint, leans in on Brissett and misses with a left hand. Lots of contact. Tatum straight away. 3-ball is good.
Little push off by Tatum on the crossover. I hear you, Eric, with the inconsistency of the contact. Raptors just got to maintain contact here. It was 2, now it's back up to 7 quickly. Need a bucket here.
Quickly comes around a screen set by Porter in the lane. It rolls off the rim, off the glass and in. Nice touch there from Quickly. 5:07 to go here in the first half. Raptors trailing 45-40. Tatum straight away. He's got it right now. 7 points in the ball game. Back to White in the paint. Floats it up. Crawls off the rim, but the Raptors don't box out. And it's tapped back in by Brissett. Boston now ahead in the rebounding, Jonesy. Raptors miss a triple far corner. That was Barrett who couldn't come up with it. 6 of 9 in the ball game for RJ, but 0 of 3 from distance.
Really key part here of the game. Maintain contact. It's 7. Got to finish the quarter the right way if you're Toronto.
Boston has dipped down to 47%, so they are shooting just 6 of 17 in this quarter. That said, 4 of their 6 have come from distance.
Right. They've got the extra point on 4 of them.
They lead by 7. 47-40. Porter to Barrett. Had a look at a 3. Instead, gets into the paint. Goes back to Porter. A little show and go. Turns, fires, and gets it to go over Porzingis. Man, Porter's playing well tonight.
He is. A little quick shot there, going to his strong hand, going to his left. I think Porzingis forgot he was left-handed there, the way he let that one go.
Horford to Porzingis on the near side. Porter holding his ground, but they're going to call him for a little ticky-tack reach.
Porter of the Raptors, his first personal foul in the game for Toronto, team foul number 2.
You know, that foul on Porter, again, by Porzingis, that happens to Siakam all the time. He puts the ball on the floor. Leans in, all kinds of contact.
Tatum on the near side, in front of his own bench, inside the arc. Elevates for the jumper over Barrett. Missed that one. Barrett got a hand in the face, and the Raptors get the rebound. Here comes Schroeder. Dennis was looking to give it up, and he does to Porter. Back to Schroeder, straight away. Dennis had space. Instead comes around a Porter screen, gets to the near elbow. Rear contest from Pritchard. He fouls, and Dennis Schroeder is going to the free throw line.
Jonte Porter, nice job there with the screen assist. Set the feet, didn't move. Gave Schroeder time to set it up and use the screen properly. And he came clean on the other side. Really, really good fundamental there.
Schroeder knocks down the first free throw. Emmanuel quickly coming over Jonesy with a bottle of water, takes a swig, puts it down in front of Raptors Director of Media Relations, Jennifer Quinn, and one of the courtside fans, and quickly looks at the fan because he left the water pretty much right in front of this guy's seat and just said, "Can I trust you?
Don't get that mixed up.
Put my water here. Can I trust you?" I love the way Quickly interacts with the fans. He did it from his first game on here in Toronto.
I got to say something because we've had a lot of them here. Patrick Patterson, Jamal McGlure. The Kentucky guys, It's something about the way they're taught in school, the respect, their dealings with the media. It is terrific. It's one of the things I always look for. You get a Kentucky kid, you know he's going to be pretty good with the media.
47-44. The Raptors have cut this thing to 3. Another ticky-tack foul called that kind of perplexes Darko as he stands center court. Didn't scream, didn't yell, just kind of looked bug-eyed and sort of rubbed his head and pulled his hair briefly. Drew Holiday for Boston. Over to Tatum, spinning the corner on the baseline. Elevates, up fake on Barrett. Barrett bit. Tatum took the foul, the contact, and he's going to the line for the and one. Tough break for RJ. He tried to contort his body and stay out of the way, Jonesy.
Well, as I said, really, really tough part of the game right now. Raptors have to maintain contact. I don't know how much contact there was. Tatum's one of those guys, you know, like Darko called it out. Star calls, and, you know, he gets a lot of latitude, leaning in, pushing off.
3:15 to go. Raptors trail by 6. Far side, quickly. Cross court, left to right, over to Barrett. Shot clock down to 9. Barrett with Tatum in front of him. Driving on the near side, got to the baseline and lays it in. RJ went right at Tatum, and there wasn't contact there.
There was contact up top, right? There was contact up top on the drive.
Drew Holiday turning the corner into the paint. Goes over far corner. 3 ball is good for O'Shea.
I'm not surprised.
Boston's 10 of 15. Outscoring the Raptors by 7 on the perimeter. They lead by 7. Quickly. Going at Pritchard. Got down toward the block on the far side. Now bringing it toward the sideline. Double team goes up top to Siakam. The Barnes deep triple, no good for Scotty. And Porter was boxed out down low.
Got to be careful not to get drawn into Boston's game.
Tatum elevates for the jumper over Barnes. Missed that one on a step back. Raptors with the rebound. They fire ahead. Here comes Pascal skipping down Main Street. Lost the handle, but they're going to say he was fouled. And are they going to say on a shot?
Should be. It was a gather.
The foul is called. The Celtics number 12 will stay percent. His first, team foul number 3. Fans, we got a time out of the floor.
Still didn't see an indication on free throws or not.
I think referee Shea Flores is saying that it is, and O'Shea Brissett is saying, well, he lost the ball. How can it be a gather? I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 shots coming out of this timeout.
Well, we'll find out when we return with 2:16 to play in the opening half. The Raptors trail 53-46 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590. The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Are you looking for a trusted and experienced online high school where you can earn credits or upgrade your marks? Learn with Ontario Virtual School, Ontario's leading online provider with a 5-star Google rating. OVS has over 140 interactive grade 7 to 12 courses to choose from, including STEM, French immersion, and more. Sign up today, create your own timetable, and get access to their supportive teachers and counselors. See why over 25,000 students have chosen to learn with OVS. Visit OntarioVirtualSchool.ca.
The holiday season is officially behind us. The eggnog is gone and the decorations will soon be packed away. But maybe not Carol's next door. She leaves hers up all year long. I've never understood why. With Sunwing Vacations, say goodbye to January blues and hello to savings. Picture this: palm trees swaying, crystal clear waters, and not a fruitcake in sight. So long, awkward family moments. Paradise is calling. Book with your local travel agent or...
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 2:16 to play in the first half. Raptors trailing 53-46. Jonesy, RJ Barrett having a fine night. 7 of 10, 14 points, 0 of 3 from distance. Quickly's playing pretty well with 11 points. 7 rebounds already for Scotty Barnes, but he's just 1 of 4. He and Pascal, who is 1 of 6, combining for 2 of 10 and only 5 points.
Well, and that being said, the Raptors only down 7. You'd like to see them rectify that. And, you know, you don't know if RJ can stay as hot as he is, but if Pascal and Scotty can change that. Scotty doing a lot of other things, though, to impact the game. The 7 rebounds you talked about, the 2 assists, which might be more if the Raptors were shooting a little better than 41.3 from the floor. Pascal to the line, knocks the first one down. It's amazing the wonders that it does to see the ball go through the bucket.
So the Raptors take care of business at the stripe. They've cut it to 5 at 53-48. Derek White up top in the paint. Porzingis turns, fires off 1 foot, and they're going to call a foul and send Porzingis to the free throw line.
How long can a guy stand in the lane? Like, he set a screen. He went in there, he stood there, waited for them to swing the ball and then go high-low. So he's been in the key 3 or 4 seconds before he gets the ball. I don't get it. I'm about to go Mike Brown and pull out the video. And it's not like he's a 6'2" guy standing in the lane. He's taller than everybody in the freaking building.
Yes, it's not like you don't see him sneaking in there. Lead goes back up to 7 at 55-48. Boston's largest lead was 8. Siakam with a triple in the near corner in front of his own bench, missed it. Pascal now 1 of 7 in the ball game. Tatum backing out, bench screaming 3 seconds.
He's
They're
still
trying to
in
get
there.
Show and go
He's
on
still
Porzingis.
in there.
And they're going to call a foul.
The bench has finally got on. He's posting up in the lane. He catches the ball in the lane. He turns, shot fakes, puts it on the floor. All of that still in the lane. He's still in the lane. You're only supposedly allowed in there 3 seconds. Referees will give you latitude if you get the ball in there and you go right into your move if you're in there a couple seconds. But
Number 21, Thaddeus Young, returns for the Raptors. He's in for Jontay Porter.
Jontay Porter having to sit down with 3 fouls now.
Raptors now trail 57-48. The 9-point lead is Boston's largest of the game. Barnes, far sideline to Siakam, down on the block. Turns, fires over Porzingis. No good. The tip from Thad Young, no good. And Porzingis with the rebound. Raptors could fall down double figures right here. Unfortunately, not closing out the first half well at this juncture. We'll see what happens over the final minute 15. Holiday whips a pass over to White in the near corner. Wide open look in front of his own bench. Missed it. Down low. Holiday and Porzingis both got there. And the Boston Celtics put it in. Barnes saying that he was wiped out by Porzingis. Looks at the officials who called nothing. Quickly has it on the near side. Raptors now trailing by 11. Quickly driving. Blow by on Porzingis. He's hammered and a late whistle, but the correct call.
Late and correct. But it's like it wasn't going to be called. It was incidental
There's a little
contact
hesitation
until he was falling down and threw it up at the hoop.
Quickly at the free throw line with 56.2 seconds to go. Knocks down the first one. Emmanuel Quickly tonight, his first appearance at the stripe, does have 12 points in the ball game. Raptors have dipped below 39% for the game. Toronto trailing by 10. They were down by 4 at the end of 1. They actually had a lead in this quarter. Second one is good. Raptors down 9. Can they keep it at single digits as we approach half? Boston runs offense with Tatum above the arc and again away from the ball and contact on Porzingis as he tried to get in the lane.
He is one of the king floppers.
But like, why is he getting, like, he's a good player in the game, Jonesy, but he's not one of the true superstars. Like, I've basically become comfortable with, all right, stars are going to get calls. I wouldn't call him a star. He's a very good player, but
he's on a good team. And you know my 2 circles of
in fact, you know what? I was just touting your theory to a friend of mine yesterday, and I was literally drawing circles on a napkin.
I still stand by it. Good team, get calls, win games. Perception is good team. Circle continues. Bad team, lose game. Perceived as a bad team, no respect, no calls.
Raptors down 11 again, 61-50 with 40 seconds to go. Siakam leaning in on the block near side. A lot of contact there, no call.
And both R.J. Barrett and Quickly with their arms out saying, isn't that contact?
Joe Mazzulla telling his team to go, go, go. He wants the 2-for-1. Holiday's got it out on the far side. Elevates for the jumper, 21-footer, no good. And that's where they rushed one just to get the 2-for-1.
Well, that's what it said.
Quickly, pull up on the wing near side, busted. Raptors with a late surge to get it to 6. Now it's time to dig in.
That's where it turns into 2 bad for 1 good. Boston will have time, though, to get a decent shot.
Yeah, they basically have the exact same shot clock, game clock. There's about a 0.7, 0.8 differential. White has it straight away. Goes around a Tatum screen. He's out on the far side. Goes back up top to Tatum. Tatum trying to shake free from Quickly. Sidestep. Contested jumper. Rattle 2 rims, no good. Raptors pull it down, and they will head to the half trailing by 6. Jonesy, considering they were down 11 twice in the last 90 seconds, to cut it to 6 at half is certainly a good thing. Down 4 after 1, down 6 at the half. We got a ball game still.
Yeah, we do. Raptors doing a really nice job. Got to come out, defend the three a little better, and maybe make a few on your end.
Folks, Bet Rivers Sportsbook and Casino is here, and it's your home for chance this basketball season. Download the app featuring thousands of action-packed bets, thrilling slots, and exciting table games for you to enjoy all season long. Bet Rivers and Raptors basketball on Sportsnet. It's time to take a chance. Must be 19 plus, available in Ontario only. Please play responsibly. And if you have questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge. At the half, the Raptors trail the Celtics 61-55. When we come back, some halftime stats, then our halftime feature. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590. The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
There are many peculiar words in the English language. Words like solivigant, peregrinate, nemophilus, peripatetic, and conviviality. Yet, there is no word for getting the most out of winter in your Subaru, thanks to symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and X-Mode. Until now. We call it unhibernate. As in, while your neighbors stay home, you'll be unhibernating all winter in your Subaru. So peregrinate to your local Subaru dealer today, and welcome to uncommon winter confidence.
Sometimes wishes do come true. You can now fly Porter Airlines to Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton from Toronto Pearson. More time to enjoy Porter's warm service to Western Canada. Our all-economy flights include stress-free boarding, free snacks and beverages, and no middle seats for everyone. On longer flights, fresh meal options, free fast Wi-Fi, and in-seat charging. Book at flyporter.com. Porter. Actually, enjoy economy.
Coming to Apple TV Plus on January 26th.
We came from every corner of the country to bring the war to Hitler's doorstep.
Starring a stellar cast led by Academy Award nominee Austin Butler, Callum Turner, and Anthony Boyle.
You'll be in charge of 350 air crewmen, boys who have yet to experience combat.
Let's rack them up and knock them down.
From the executive producers of Band of Brothers and The Pacific.
I'm gonna bet on anything. I'm gonna bet on us.
Masters of the Air, only on Apple TV Plus. Subscription required for Apple TV Plus.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Garrick Smith, Paul Jones with you at the half. The Raptors trailing the Celtics 61-55. Boston had a rough second quarter overall, dipping down to 44%. That after shooting nearly 57% in the opening quarter. The Celtics just 9 of 26 from the floor in the second quarter. Unfortunately, though, 5 of those 9 came from distance, and Boston at the half is shooting 56% from distance, 10 of 18. They have already outscored the Raptors by 6 on the perimeter, 6 three-pointers made, so by 18 points total. And that's the biggest difference right now, folks, the three-point shooting. Otherwise, the Raptors are in it in terms of field goals made, field goal percentage, the rebounding, the points in the paint. Like, everything's looking pretty solid from a Raptors perspective right now. But the perimeter, they're getting torched right now, and hence the reason they're down by 6. They trailed by 4 after 1. They were down by as many as 11. In fact, they were down by 11 twice in the final 90 seconds of that first half, but they went on a little mini 5-0 run to close out that first half to again cut it to 6. In the first half, Emmanuel quickly led all scorers with 16 points. He's 6 of 10 from the floor. And R.J. Barrett, 7 of 10 for 14 points. That's more than half of the Raptor points, 30 of their 55 coming from their 2 newest players, Quickly and Barrett again with 30 of Toronto's 55. Pascal Siakam struggled, 2 of 9 for 7 points. Scotty Barnes just 1 of 4 for only 2 points, but he does have 7 rebounds in the ballgame on the other side for Boston. White has 12. Holiday has 12. Porzingis with 11, Tatum with 10. 4 players in double figures, but Boston holding on to just a 6-point lead, 61-55. When we come back on Dr. Martin Luther King Day in the U.S., it's a national holiday stateside, and it's certainly a holiday celebrated by the NBA. We are going to run a special feature for you, recreating the famous I Have a Dream speech from August of 1963. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, it's just me helping the city with my super strength. And help is what we did for Dave and Keith. They wanted a new living room, and we're approved for a home renovation loan. I'm invited to their next potluck, and I'm bringing my famous hero dip. I basically just melt a jar of cheese with my super heat vision.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Unhibernate, a verb. To laugh in the face of snow because you drive a Subaru. As in, when I unhibernate, I have the roads all to myself because my Subaru has symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and others don't. Or, the award-winning safety in my Subaru means I can unhibernate all winter while my neighbors stare longingly from their bedroom windows. Or my favorite usage, I'm going to unhibernate this winter by visiting my local Subaru dealer today. Welcome to Uncommon Winter Confidence.
On an MSC cruise, beauty is everywhere. It's in the thrill of a water slide, top-notch entertainment, and in quieter propellers. It's in the sunset and that toast on your very first night on board. Discover the beauty of Ocean Key, MSC's private island marine reserve, and more destinations with up to 40% off cruises, plus drinks, Wi-Fi, and more included. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.ca or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
This February, all the stars are in Toronto for the Rogers NHL All-Star.
Here we go.
The star-studded event kicks off early with NHL All-Star Thursday. Then on Friday, it's time for the NHL All-Star Skills. And finally, the crown jewel itself, the Rogers NHL All-Star Game, takes center stage on Saturday night. The Rogers NHL All-Star, February 1st to 3rd. Watch on Sportsnet.
Here we go.
Make sure that your business documents are for your recipient's eyes and no one else's. Trust Record Express for industry-leading standards in secure storage, scanning, and shredding. With fast, same-day service, flexible contract terms, and all the support you need to safeguard your confidential information. Visit recordexpress.ca today for document storage and shredding special offers. That's Record, XPRESS.ca. Record Express. Store, scan, shred Canadian.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Folks, this is Dr. Martin Luther King Day stateside. I'm going to say it again, a holiday that should be celebrated nationally in Canada as well, but I digress. It certainly is celebrated by myself, by Paul Jones, by the Toronto Raptors and the NBA family. And to honor Dr. Martin Luther King, I had a chance nearly a decade ago to produce this feature with NBA Hall of Famer and former Raptors assistant coach Alex English, who helped recreate Dr. King's famous I Have a Dream speech from August 28, 1963. Again, here is our recreation of that speech with Alex English.
Go back to Louisiana, go back to the slums and ghettos of our northern cities, knowing that somehow this situation can and will be changed. Let us not wallow in the valley of despair.
I say to you today, my friends, that in spite of the difficulties and frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at a table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a desert state, sweltering with the heat of injustice and oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day the state of Alabama, whose governor's lips are presently dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, will be transformed into a situation where little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls and walk together as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with.
With this faith, we'll be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope.
With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together.
Knowing that we will be free one day.
This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with a new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous peaks of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. And let freedom ring from every hill, every molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. When we let freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual,
Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at
last. Move up to Heathwood. Hi, I'm Hugh Herron. Experience true luxury at Williamsburg Green and Kitchener. Heathwood's all-brick homes are built with upgraded features and elevated finishes. Chef-inspired kitchens, spa-like en-suites, and a fully finished lower level. Even better, Williamsburg Green has parks, playgrounds, and trails to explore. It's time to move up to Heathwood. Learn more at heathwood.com.
Truck.ca. So when you gotta move, all moving day. Think 2-minute truck, 2-minute truck.ca. Cause all of us movers are not the same. So that's our company name, 2-minute truck.ca. We're lots of men with lots of trucks, so give us a call today.
Sarah used to let things get to her. Like the news, or the fake news. The new girl at work, her old boyfriend's new girlfriend. All that changed when she traveled south with Transat.
It's the Comeback Change promo. Book now and get up to 40% off on vacation packages down south. Visit Transat.com or contact your Marlin travel professional. Conditions apply.
Air Transat. Travel moves us.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. We get set to start the second quarter. The Raptors trailing the Celtics 61-55, and considering Siakam and Barnes have combined to shoot 3 of 13, and you're down only 6. I'd say you take that and run. Quickly and Barrett have combined for 30 of the Raptors' 55.
Well, see if you can get some stops. Curtail some of that three-point differential.
Barnes above the arc near side, now dribbling around a Porter screen, and he was moving.
Come on.
He was moving. Unfortunately, that's going to be his 4th foul, 10 seconds into the 3rd quarter, and Porter's going to immediately sit right down. Thad Young checks into the game for Toronto. That's a tough break for Porter, who got his first career start tonight. Only the 3rd player ever to go from the G League to the starting lineup for the Raptors. And we are going right back the other way. Porzingis called for a charge as Thad Young stood his ground right under the 10. He was above that commitment circle, right in front of the official, who blew it right away. 61-55. Raptors down 6. Driving into the paint, Barrett with a left-hand scoop. Over the hands of 2 defenders, got it to go. Barrett playing so well tonight. 8 of 11 for R.J. Barrett.
I continue to stress the fact I love the way the kid gets downhill. It's just terrific.
Porzingis on the wing near side. Triple no good. He's clapping his hands as if he got hit. Give me a break. Barnes to Quickly straight away. Quickly over to Barrett on the wing far side. Back to Barnes on the block far side. Turns, fires, and that went short. Scotty just doesn't seem to have his offense cooking tonight.
Well, I'd like to see him kind of, that time he had Derek White.
At him.
Back him down. Yeah, get a little closer. Even if you opt for a turnaround, make it a 6-footer, an 8-footer, not a 12-footer.
Drew Holiday turning the corner, getting toward the rim, trying to go at Quickly. Leans in, blows it right at the 10. Contested by Siakam as well, who taps it ahead to Barrett. Nice job by the Raptor defense as Barrett drives into the paint. Fouled by Al Horford, and RJ's going to go to the stripe. He is aggressive and assertive, as we just talked about, and he's going to get his first trip to the free throw line.
RJ doing his thing, getting downhill again.
2 shots.
First one goes down for RJ Barrett. Raptors have cut it to 3 at 61-58. Second one too strong, popped out. RJ missed that one, unfortunately. So the Raptors will head back on D, again trailing by 3. On the near side, White was cut off by Quickly. Quickly fights through a Tatum screen. White turns around, passes back out to Tatum on the perimeter. He's picked up on a switch by Quickly. Now Tatum drives into the paint with a left hand, tried to scoop it, no good. Barnes was there, picks up the rebound. Raptors have numbers, 4 on 3. Quickly driving on the near side, got by Holiday. Left hand finish is good. Got hit, knocked to the floor as well, no call. Raptors get back to 1D, they've cut it to 1. 61-60. Horford fakes the pass, sets the feet, rips the cores on a triple, and puts the lead back to 4.
That's tough. 2 for 3. You know, you get a 2, they come back with a 3.
64-60. 2 minutes, 20 seconds gone by here in the 3rd quarter. Quickly into the paint. Hands it off now to Barrett. Barrett spinning in the lane. Misses the shot. Celtics tap it ahead. They wanted a call and a charge from Barrett.
A flop.
Joe Mazzulla out at center, still talking to the officials. Porzingis just above the far elbow. Tried to bounce pass it to White. It was picked off by Toronto. 4 on 2. Down the floor they come. Thad Young nearly blew it, but he gets it back, hands it off to Barnes, who dunks it down. And the Raptors, again, are surging. They've cut it to 2, and they're punching Jonesy. The only difference in this game right now is the three-point shooting.
It's huge.
And there's another one right now. Holiday missed that one, though. Rebound to Siakam. Raptors will have a chance to tie or take the lead.
You really have to contest.
Siakam down the floor, misses on the scoop, but he's fouled, and he'll have a chance to tie it at the free throw line. Jonesy, the field goals, Raptors have made more points in the paint, similar, all that stuff. The three-point shooting, they're being outscored by 21.
And that's what I said at halftime. The trick is to contest, contain, contest, and then rebound. There's going to be long shots, long rebounds. That's what Boston does. That's what they've been doing all year. mean, they're shooting 43-point shots a game. 42 to be exact.
First free throw good for Siakam. Pascal has had a quiet night, not just scoring, but only 3 assists and 1 rebound. But a chance to tie the game right here on his second free throw, and he does. 64 apiece. A little more than 3 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Boston playing without Jaylen Brown tonight. The Raptors still playing without Pirtle and no Gary Trent this evening as well. Tatum over to White, to Holiday in the far corner, to Horford, put it on the floor, drove to the tin, got stripped by the Raptors. Here they come. Quickly got it. Over to Siakam, driving into the paint, back up top to Quickly. Thought about the three, now puts it on the floor. Some hands from White, but they don't call it. Quickly down low to the cutter, Thad Young, who was under the tin. To a driving Barrett, off glass and in. Wow, Barrett was coming right to left through the lane, went high off glass as he was heading towards the baseline. He got it to go, and the Raptors have pushed ahead on the scoreboard, 66-64.
The patience of the veteran Thad Young. I know he doesn't have the size or maybe some of the mobility of Porter, but he had that ball on the baseline. Rather than forcing up a tough shot and maybe getting it blocked, he waited and found a cutting R.J. Barrett, who, as you said, Eric, remember, he's left-handed. He was going to his strong hand there and got it down.
8:18 to go in the third quarter. The Raptors lead 66-64 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Did you receive a Canada Emergency Business Account loan and want to take advantage of up to $20,000 in loan forgiveness, but might struggle to meet the January 2024 repayment deadline? The Merchant Growth CEBA Refinance Program is the solution. With financing for merchant growth, eligible CEBA applicants can pay off their balance by qualifying in minutes. Refinance your CEBA loan balance now to unlock up to $20,000 in loan forgiveness. Apply today at CEBARefi.ca. That's CEBAREFI.ca.
Simply better security right from the palm of your hand.
Brevo is a leader in customized access control for buildings. Know who is coming and going in real time, access control and more conveniently from your mobile device.
From small businesses to multinational, Brevo secures it all.
Join millions of professionals worldwide who trust Brevo for simply better security. Learn more at lp.brevo.com/Canada. That's lp.brivo.com/Canada.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Third quarter, 8:18 to play. Raptors lead 66-64. They were down at the half by 6. They've come out guns blazing here in the third. In fact, if we go back to late second, the Raptors in the midst of a 16-3 run.
Good tone setter, the way they have come out to start this third quarter.
From down 11 to up 2, there's your 13-point swing that I just talked about on the 16-3 run. White for the Celtics, over to Horford, far side, just below the far elbow to Tatum. Long looping jumper, no good for Jason Tatum. He's 4 of 10 tonight. Raptors with the rebound down the floor. Barrett saw a gap, got into the lane, throws it up and in. The and one, and they're going to call the foul on Porzingis, I believe. And Barrett's going to the free throw line, and a chance to put the Raptors up by 5. Barrett's got 21 and counting.
Great job by RJ. As I said, what did I say about him going downhill?
Yep.
He's old-fashioned in that way, and I love the fact that he does not settle. I mean, he'll take jump shots, he'll take good ones, open ones, but hey, man, it's about getting to the steal.
Barrett down low, tied up by the Raptors, kicks it back out to White. Excuse me, it was Porzingis tied up by Barrett who kicked it out, and the Raptors ultimately get a stop on the White miss. Quickly far side. Goes over to Barrett, to Siakam. Pascal on the near side trying to shake up Porzingis. Gets into the paint. Stops on a dime, kicks back out to Barnes. He's on the wing near side, still lots of time. Shot clock at 9. Thad Young now with the ball to Siakam in the paint, trying to go at Horford. Left-hand scoop is good, plus the foul. And another three-point opportunity for the Raptors. The roll and the run continues for Toronto.
Well, they're getting the ball inside. I mean, they're getting three-point plays the old-time way. Barrett driving and one. Siakam in the lane and one. Raptors doing a good job of scoring in the paint.
42.
That's their calling card. 42-16 in the paint. Yeah, you know, other guys can shoot the threes, and we always say, right, 3 better than 2, but 2 better than nothing.
Yeah.
And when those threes aren't falling.
White straight away. Had the ball taken away by Barnes to Pascal. 3-on-1 to Barnes. And they blow it. Scotty tried to go back to Pascal, and it was deflected, knocked away by the Celts. Tough break for Toronto. Was the spacing not good?
Not good. 3 guys, they were holding hands practically in the middle lane.
Drew Holiday in the lane, leans in and got it past the outstretched arm of Scotty Barnes.
Pascal needed to be wider.
71-66. Raptors still lead by 5. They were up 7, though, and a chance to go up 9 before they blew that 3-on-1, and now they just missed another shot as they come up empty on that offensive trip. Quickly missing from 16. Tatum over the wing near side to Horford in the corner in front of the Raptor bench. It's White. White covered by Barrett, goes to Porzingis. Deep one straight away. Porzingis missed that one. High for the rebound. RJ Barrett's got it. Barrett gives it to Barnes. Across center comes Scotty. Is he going at Tatum? Straight away. Went left. Spins right to the 10. Lays it in. He just took it right at the multi-time All-Star.
Great job by Scotty. Again, Raptors getting into the paint, scoring on the inside.
Porzingis in the paint, turns, fires, misses on a short hook from 5 feet. He should be throwing that thing in like it's a Nerf hoop. Raptors driving down the floor, and Siakam had the ball knocked away. It's going to be Raptor ball with 17 on the shot clock. Toronto has opened up a 7-point lead with 5:58 to go in the third. Toronto continues to lay it on thick right now, Jonesy.
Keep it going. Look at the shooting percentage. The Raptors shooting, they're up to 46%.
Three ball, no good for Pascal.
7 of 10 this quarter from the field, Toronto. 7 of 11 after that miss.
Tatum turns the corner on the near side, got by Pascal, and man, he found another gear as he flew literally to the 10 and dunked it down. What a quick move there by Jason Tatum.
Well, Pascal thought he had help too on that side.
5:30 to go third quarter. Raptor lead is 5. Quickly into the paint. Fires a pass, near corner. Thad Young left wide open. Ooh, and he airballed it. He was wide open in front of the Celtics bench, and he drew nothing but air. Tatum leaned in on Barrett, extended the off arm, created space. Celtics couldn't squeeze, though. Raptors get the rebound in the far corner.
Good job by RJ, staying close, forcing the contact.
Pascal skipping into traffic, cut off by Cornette. Out to Barrett, 3 ball on the wing, far side, missed it. Porzingis had it, knocked away briefly by Young, but recontrolled by Porzingis ahead to Pritchard. Pritchard, near side to Porzingis. Splits defenders, tried to sell the shot. And a late whistle comes in. And they're going to call a foul on Toronto.
Kristaps Porzingis at the line for the Celtics.
73-68. Raptors lead the Celtics by 5. As Porzingis is going to go to the free throw line for attempts 8 and 9 in the ball game. He's only 2 of 6 from the floor, but he's taking care of business at the stripe as he just did right there, knocking down the first free throw. Boston was down by 7. They've currently cut it to 4. They're going to try and get it to 3 right here. Porzingis with a couple of dribbles. takes a breath, releases, and he knocks that one down. 8 of 9 at the stripe tonight for Porzingis. They used to call him the unicorn. I'm not sure if I'm calling him that anymore. He's still a solid player, but not quite the unicorn we thought he was. That fair to say? Deep one, quickly, no good. And a rebound to Tatum.
Very much. Boston's found a way to use him to make him very effective.
Tatum trying to back his way down to the paint, now spins to the baseline, and on a pass-off cross-court to Pritchard, they're going to call another foul on R.J. Barrett.
Like, I don't know how you can let a guy lean in, back in, like initiate the contact coming in with the shoulder and then the back and then turn, and then I'm taking the foul after absorbing all that physicality.
And another whistle comes in against the Raptors on a Jason Tatum dunk, and the and one will send Tatum to the stripe. Thad Young's going to take the foul there, and after the timeout, Tatum's going to have a chance to tie the game. Raptors had the lead at 7. R.J. Barrett right now in a full conversation with Brett Ansell trying to explain what's happening with Tatum.
Good for him, and that's the way you do it, youngster. Don't show them up. Take the time now, plead your case, and say, watch for this. And he's taking a good amount of time, and good for R.J.
Good for Ansell to listen too, right, Jonesy?
Well, he better listen because...
No, but some officials would just walk away, right?
Well...
I give him credit for at least listening.
Yeah, well, maybe he's listening because he knows that something's going to be done.
Yeah, hopefully. If you're a Raptor fan, that's certainly, you hope that's the case. 73-72, Raptors by 1 with 4:24 to go in the third, but Tatum will have a chance to tie it when we come back on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Protecting your home or business is your top priority. It's also ours. Superior Door and Gate Systems create custom solutions based on what you're looking for. We specialize in perimeter fencing, automatic security gates, pedestrian security gates, even retractable bollards. Everything's done by our in-house employees, including your design, manufacturing, and 24/7 support. This ensures your installation is seamless. Superior Door and Gate Systems, because security can only be measured by what it will save you. Book your free estimate at superiorgates.ca.
Being an internet company, we know you have a lot of questions.
What's Telmax? What's fiber optic? How do I turn it on?
Let's clear things up. Telmax is a local internet company. Telmax offers 100% pure fiber internet to your home. Telmax has been ranked as the fastest internet service in Canada by PCMag for 2 years in a row. It's that fast. Curious? We'll answer your questions. Buy your internet, TV, and phone services online at telmax.com. Telmax, connecting communities to the world around us.
So many kinds of cars in just one place, see them all. You're winning numbers, number 7 Auto Mall. Number 7.
Honda, Infiniti, Volkswagen, Toyota, Mazda, Nissan, and you. That's 7. At number 7 Auto Mall, number 7 means good fortune without spending a fortune. Come see how number 7 Auto Mall saves you time and money. Because at number 7, you're number 1. Martin Grove and Highway 7. Of course.
Number 7 Auto Mall.
Part of the Zankin Auto Group.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Third quarter, the Raptors had a 7-point lead, and they were rolling, but Boston has punched back. And now Jason Tatum's going to go to the free throw line and a chance to tie the game at 73. It's been a solid night thus far. A back-and-forth battle on a Monday night here at Scotiabank Arena.
R.J. Barrett, the youngster, doing a nice job talking to each ref individually about, and you know, people laugh at Mike Brown yesterday. He laid it out there. I was told this, not this, and they did what I was told that was not acceptable, and they were getting away with it. So when my guy does it, he gets called. Why is it different?
Far corner, Thad Young cut off, goes back out on the perimeter to Quickly. Tied at 73 after that Tatum free throw out of the timeout. Thad Young in the paint went at Porzingis, got blocked by Porzingis. Raptors get the rebound though. Second chance, no, it didn't hit the rim, so the Raptors had to get it up before the shot clock expired. Now they got a second chance as Thad Young gets a rebound on his backside. What an effort from the vet. Schroeder now has the ball in the baseline, lost the handle, and it wasn't knocked away, it was just butterfingered, so it's a turnover on Toronto.
With them playing the 2-3 zone with Holiday in the middle, I get it to the wing and go inside to Scotty.
Scotty's been quiet tonight, just 3 of 7, does have 10 rebounds, which leads the way for the Raptors. Tatum's got 12 on the glass for Boston. Tatum straight away, 3-ball over Siakam, no good. Rebound tapped out and into the hands of Thad Young, who hands off to Barnes, ahead to Schroeder. Dennis now back to Scotty, straight away. Great pass to a cutting Thad Young, to another cutter, Siakam, for the dunk and the lead. The Raptors up 75-73.
See what happens when you play quickly, get it up before the zone can set up.
Porzingis in the lane, and they're going to say he was fouled as he kind of did a little hopscotch toward the tin, and they're going to send him to the line.
He was off balance. He was off balance, falling down. You're telling me Porzingis has 10 and 11 free throw attempts tonight?
Yep, we're getting perilously close to having Laker-esque numbers, Jonesy, as Porzingis is getting very close to having the same amount of free throw attempts as the entire Raptors team. Just saying. Porzingis knocks down the first one, second one about to come. It's up and it's in. Porzingis with 10 made free throws. He's attempted 11. He's got 15 points in the ball game, and he has tied the game at 75 with 3:05 to go in the third. Schroeder around a Thad Young screen out on the far side, goes in the far corner now to McDaniels, back to Schroeder, brings it back on the perimeter to Barnes, back out to McDaniels. McDaniels driving into the paint, elevated, was blocked from behind. Tatum got a hand on that, and Boston gets the stop. Now they can grab the lead. Again, they were down by 7. Tatum trying to shake free from Barnes, elevates. Barnes bit. They're going to call the foul on Scotty and send Jason Tatum to the free throw line.
Yeah, Scotty went airborne, and once that happens, a guy like Tatum's going to lean in every time. Again, put me on the competition committee, because when a defender goes airborne, straight up and down, he's entitled to that space.
The first one goes down for Tatum. 16 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists in the ballgame for Jason Tatum. Tatum has had a pretty strong third quarter overall, with 6.6 rebounds, now 7.6 rebounds. He has helped spark this comeback for Boston on a 9-point swing after they trailed by 7. They now lead by 2, 77-75. Barnes straight away inside the arc, hounded by Holiday. Fires a one-hand pass over to Young. Looking to give it back to Barnes, and he does. Scotty gonna have to go. Shot clock down to 3. Drives in the paint. Tried to whip a pass. That was a hot shot to a cutting Siakam, and it goes out of bounds. Raptors' 6th turnover. Driving into the paint, going straight to the tin and laying it in. Jason Tatum. No help came, and he got right to the rim.
Well, you get to drive without fear, knowing that if you get close to the cup, you're going to get the call.
Around the baseline, then back up top. Schroeder gives it to Barnes above the arc. Under 2 minutes to go. Raptors now trailing by 4. Barnes triple team, and as his pass got into the paint, it was poked away by Boston, and another Raptor turnover. Tatum on the near side, driving to the baseline. Gets away from a triple team of his own. Kicks it out to Horford. 3-ball, no good. Raptors with a rebound. Barnes has it ahead to Schroeder. Quickly ahead to Siakam. Pascal driving by Cornette. Hands off to Thad Young. Down on the block far side. Whips a pass in the paint to McDaniels. And finally they blow the whistle as Jonesy's screaming for it.
Man, like this, the inconsistency is mind-boggling. That was a great job by Jalen McDaniels with, we call the gut cut, cutting right across from one side to the other in the lane against Tatum, drawing the foul. Now you got to take advantage and make free throws.
And unfortunately, McDaniels didn't do that as he misses the first one. Raptors down 79-75. And McDaniels will have one more. Hauser's going to check in now for Boston. Who's he coming in for? Drew Holiday's going to sit down. So you got Cornette, Hauser, Pritchard, Horford, and Tatum. For the Raptors, it's McDaniels, Boucher, Siakam, Schroeder, and Barnes, as McDaniels misses both free throws. So certainly not good for the Raptors here. We've already now had an 11-point swing. Raptors up 7, now down 4, 79-75. Late third quarter. Toronto was down 6 at the half. They're down 4. Boucher trying to stand his ground with Tatum. Double team came with McDaniels. And Tatum crossed up Boucher, then passed it off to a cutting Cornette, who dunks it down. That was all Tatum. What a handle.
Is that before or after the carries?
Find me a guy in the NBA that doesn't carry, on a crossover especially. Scotty Barnes, near side, spinning, firing over Tatum, missed it. And Tatum tapped the ball over to Horford, who gets the rebound. And Boston now with 44 seconds to go can keep this thing going. They have really turned the tide the last 4 minutes of this quarter.
Got to try and rescue something here at the end of the quarter.
3-ball far side on the wing. It's good for Pritchard. And Boston laying it on thick right now. They have pushed their lead up to 9. It's now a 16-point swing in very little time. Schroeder to Boucher in the near corner. Missed badly in front of the Celtic bench. Boston with the ball and a chance to hold now for the last shot. The Celtics on an 18-2 run over the last 5 minutes and 11 seconds. It's going to be over the last 5:44 their run, as Toronto's not going to get the ball back. Deep one, far wing, no good for Tatum. Rebound to the Raptors, and Toronto held to 2 points in nearly half a quarter. Outscored 18-2 by the Celts.
Well, it's about finding your offense. We talked about it in the pregame. It's a new game, the NBA. It's gone a new way. It's your offense now that has to keep you in games. Raptors had good shots, just missed. I mean, you've got to knock some of those down if you're going to stay close. That said, it's 9 points. You know, Boston's biggest lead was 11, so you're still inside that. You're going to get the ball to start the quarter. Got to convert and get it going.
We head to the fourth quarter with the Raptors trailing 84-75. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, the Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
You've heard that sound before. A basketball going off the backboard and in. A bank shot. Well, that's actually the sound of a fan winning a Raptors jersey. That's the sound of a fan getting a signed Raptors basketball. And that's a fan scoring tickets to the NBA Finals. With the Tangerine Bank Shot contest, every bank shot the Raptors score this season wins a fan a prize. Enter for a chance to win at tangerine.ca/bankshot. Tangerine, that's forward banking.
There are many peculiar words in the English language. Words like salivigant, peregrinate, nemophilus, peripatetic, and conviviality. Yet, there is no word for getting the most out of winter in your Subaru, thanks to symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and X-Mode. Until now. We call it unhibernate. As in, while your neighbors stay home, you'll be unhibernating all winter in your Subaru. So peregrinate to your local Subaru dealer today, and welcome to Uncommon Winter Confidence.
Yep, it's getting colder out there. What you need is a sell-off vacation. I know what you're thinking, but did you know? You can book now and pay later.
What?
Like that family getaway to Tulum. Or maybe a beach vacation just for two. Oh, romantic. Pack that suitcase and dive straight into paradise with selloffvacations.com. Monthly payment applicants are subject to approval by Uplift Canada. See website for details.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Getting set to start the fourth quarter. Again, an 18-2 run for Boston over the final 5:44 of that third quarter has really flipped this game around, Jonesy. As Toronto was up 7 and now they trail by 9. Still within distance, though. Toronto has battled back from down 11 in this ball game. Can they do it again? Fourth quarter time, go time for the Raptors. Pritchard on the near side, trying to shake free from Barnes. Elevates for the triple on the near sideline, missed it, and a rebound to Toronto. And a triple for Barnes, no good. Raptors just can't get things cooking from distance. They're just 4 of 25 from 3 tonight.
And it's crazy because I said in the pregame the last 11 games they would be the #1 3-point shooting team in the NBA.
And a 3-ball for Boston, no good. A rare miss for them as they've knocked down 12 of 29 tonight. Earlier, though, they were shooting well over 55% from the perimeter. You got a kick ball on Boston. Schroeder was looking for Boucher. It's going to be Raptor ball, 16 on the shot clock.
Toronto continue to try and get the ball inside. They've had real success in the paint. The issue is getting the stops, really getting the stops at the other end.
Boucher in the near corner, over to McDaniels. McDaniels drives into the paint, tries to Euro step through traffic, goes back to Boucher, near sideline, triple up, no good. And a rebound to the Celtics. Jonesy, I know you've kind of said this already a couple times, but they're going to have to be careful to not try and shoot themselves into it and thus shoot themselves out of it.
Well, Boston can get you playing that way.
The Raptors number 17, Dennis Schröder, with his third personal foul.
You can't get lulled into playing their game where you're just firing threes and thinking it's okay to do that.
Number 9, Derek White at the line for Boston, number 2. The Raptors number 5,
85-75. The lead has grown to 10 as the first of 2 at the stripe goes down for Derek White. McDaniels checks out quickly back in on the floor for the Raptors. It's Barrett, Boucher, Barnes, Schroeder, and Quickly.
Well, biggest lead of the game for the Boston, a score imperative here.
Quickly turning the corner on the near side. Up fake, leans in, draws contact, and it's going to be a foul on Pritchard, which will send Quickly to the free throw line.
It's his second personal foul of the game.
Ball handling by Quickly. Terrific authenticity in the shot fake. Get the ball above your shoulders. Keep the spring in your legs. Unless, of course, you can use that Tracy McGrady shot fake where he actually had one foot off the ground and went up on one toe, but didn't leave the ground. Not a lot of energy in the building right now.
No.
This is where fans need to understand they can. I know the team has to give you something, but sometimes you can give some back to them.
Boston looking for more right now, but they won't get it on Pritchard 3-ball far sideline. Raptors with the rebound. Barrett down the floor with 10:05 to go in the ball game. Barrett gets to the free throw line. They left him and he missed it. Man, he's been so good tonight. That might have been his most wide open look and he couldn't come up with it. White tried to find Cornette, knocked away by the Raptors, so they force a turnover. Boston's 10th. Here they come, streaking down the floor. Barrett lays it in. Man, he found another gear.
Well, great job by Scotty Barnes playing the role at the other end. There's where deflections help. He deflected that ball. It was run down by a Raptor, and it turned into 2 easy ones at the other end.
Raptors trailing 86-78. And a floater on the baseline far side is good for White. Minimal contact. Jonesy doesn't like it, and White's going to the line for a 3-point play.
That's exactly, RJ's shaking his head. That's exactly what he talked to the officials about in terms of the contact.
The lead sits at 89-78 as it goes back to 11. This is the highest it's been all night, and it's been sitting at 11, 3-4 times now. Raptors trying to come back again. Schroeder running floater on the near side. High off glass goes for Schroeder. Derek White on the wing far side. Boston leading by 9. Schroeder tried to come from behind, take it away. Couldn't get to it though, so White maintains control. Gets to the far elbow, elevates for the jumper and knocks it down over Boucher. Derek White is cooking now. He's got 19.
Tough shot. Very tough shot by Derek White.
Barrett into the paint, goes cross court to Boucher, over to Quickly. Shot clock was winding down. I don't know if the Raptors realized how far it had gone down, Jonesy, and Quickly got blocked by Cornette. Picked up by Boston. Here come the Celts. Could be their largest lead of the night if they can get any bucket, a 2 or a 3, heck, even a 1. They lead by 11. That's as high as it's been, 91-80, 8:24 to go. Pritchard on the baseline far side goes back up top. Hauser sets the feet. 3 ball is good, and it's a 14-point Boston lead.
Penetration collapsed the defense, and Boston on their mark. 31 3-point shots tonight, 31 attempted, and they made 13, outscoring the Raptors by 27 points from behind the arc.
Well, the Raptors are going to have to start, as you say, Jonesy, making a muscle real soon. With only 8:18 to go, it's 94-80. Raptors down 14 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Love is in the air. Frank and Marge's daughter is getting married. They want to help with the wedding, but need to organize their finances. With a debt consolidation loan and my telekinesis, I help them consolidate their bills. I promise I won't crash the wedding, but I am free that weekend.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
When you're looking to play, Bet Rivers will make your day.
Take a chance, you'll see.
You like slots, we've got lots. Blackjack, roulette, take your shots.
It's where you want to be. Bet Rivers Online Casino has hundreds of slots, live table games, and more.
Take a chance.
Must be 19 plus. Available in Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, please contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Toronto down 14. And Jonesy, how or why did things suddenly fall apart for the Raptors?
Scoring. Raptors just could not keep up scoring-wise. Boston continued to score the basketball. Raptors having good looks and just not being able to knock them down. And as I said, it's time to make a muscle. If you're Toronto, find a way to score. You got to contain the ball. Keep the ball in front of you. Contest shots. And if they make them, they make them. But once they drive and start pitching it around, the ball always moves faster than any person can move.
94-80, 8:05 to go in the ball game. Raptors down 14 as Schroeder drives into the paint, gets to the 10, and a left-hand scoop is good for Dennis Schroeder.
See, got the angle there and able to take advantage.
94-82. 7:42 to go in the ball game. White out to Pritchard, missing on a 3-ball. Rebound tapped around to the baseline, saved by Quickly into the hands of Boucher, ahead to Barnes. Cross court left to right. Cutting into the paint. What a step by Dennis Schroeder. He was blocked at the rim, but it was picked up by Toronto, put back into the 10 by Boucher, and the Raptors have cut it to 10. And we got a foul coming in, going against Schroeder. That's going to allow Tatum, Holiday, and Porzingis to all check back into the game for Boston. Horford, Pritchard, and Hauser are going to sit down. Check that. Pritchard's going to stay on, and Cornette's going to come out. So it's Holiday, Porzingis, Tatum, White, and Pritchard for Boston. Tatum will inbound on the near side, gets it in to White. White guarded by Quickly. He's right under his chin. White on that Raptor logo at center. 7:05 to go in the ball game. White now picked up by Schroeder. Tatum comes over, sets a screen. Schroeder now on a switch, picks up Tatum. Look out here if Jason Tatum tries to go to work. Double team comes from Barnes. Schroeder held his ground. They get a stop quickly. Fires it ahead to Scotty Barnes. Driving to the 10. Gets by with some fancy footwork, Derek White, and a quick timeout by Joe Mazzulla.
Good job. Again, Eric, I just said it. You asked what's it going to take? Stops and then quality trips. I mean, when you're running and things are happening at your pace, Raptors have done a nice job the last couple minutes.
Well, Jonesy will step aside for a break with 6:48 to go. The Raptors have cut it to 8. They've all but cut it in half, right? It was 14. Now it sits at 8 at 94-86. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 5/9 Advanced, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Smile in the face of winter in a new Nissan. Rogue packs intelligent all-wheel drive and standard Safety Shield 360, so you can stay toasty and ready for what's next while navigating this frozen tundra we call home. During Nissan Seize the Season event, lease the 2023 Rogue from $89 weekly for 24 months. Inventory available now. SV all-wheel drive for $388 monthly at 4.49% with $3,815 down. Conditions apply.
The job market isn't changing. It's already changed. New technologies are creating new jobs and eliminating others. How can you prepare for this new world of work? With the York University School of Continuing Studies program. Our programs are developed with industry experts and enable you to upskill and reskill quickly. You'll also gain access to our career services to help pursue your ambitions. Get hired in fields like accounting, big data, cybersecurity, digital marketing, customer success management, and cloud ops. Learn more at continue.york.ca.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith. Paul Jones with you. The Raptors trying to mount the comeback yet again. Still lots of time to go. 6:48 to be exact. They were down by 14. They've cut it to 8. But they've got to continue to dig in on the defensive end.
Well, they are playing better defensively, Eric. Boston's only shooting 41%. Problem is, the difference is a plus 27 for Boston.
Yep.
Behind the arc.
Drew Holiday has it up top straight away. Goes cross-court over on the near side to Tatum, to Porzingis in the lane. Ball was stripped away. Picked up, though, by Boston. 5 in the shot clock. Derek White up fake. Now he gets into the paint, turns right out to Pritchard. Misses a 3-ball in traffic. Schroeder grabs the rebound. Hit in the face by Tatum.
Schroeder put a little extra on that one.
Yep.
But you know what? Tatum does too. Porzingis does too. So I heard one ex-NBA player where I was talking with him, and he said, we have all this emphasis on flopping. How come I don't see it called on the Stars?
In the lane, scoop it up and in. Schroeder, he did it on one end with the rebound and then does it on the other end with the rebound and then the layup in traffic. Raptors down 6. White out to Holiday. Quick trigger, and who cares? He knocks it down clean. Raptors needing to respond again. Down 9. 97-88. Barnes cross-court over to Quickly. Sets the feet. Wide open far side. Missed the shot down low. The Raptors trying to rebound, and they can't get it away from the play. White hobbled Jonesy, and he's taken a walk to the other end of the floor to stretch out what I believe is either that left knee or ankle.
Yeah, he is limping pretty intently.
Number 42, Al Horford is back into the game for Boston.
All right, if you're Toronto, good job by Siakam getting on the offensive glass. The rebounding even, and we know that's a true indicator of success for Toronto.
Barnes, Siakam, near sideline. Pascal, no good on a 3-ball. In traffic, the high rebound from Tatum, his 13th of the game.
That is a great look from Pascal.
Yeah. And he has struggled tonight, no doubt about it. Quickly drives down Main Street, running floater, left it short, hit the front of the rim, rebound to the Celtics. Raptors with a good look, but couldn't finish. Down 9, Holiday sets the feet far sideline. Triple is good, and away from the bucket, Jonesy. Nope, they're not going to call a foul. I thought they were going to call the push in the back.
They are.
Porzingis.
They are.
They are calling it?
Quickly on a push in the back. At the same time that Tyler Ford signaled that Darko wanted a timeout, and the lead back up to 12.
And it could be more after the break, as they will have one free throw. Raptors down 188 with 5:10 to play. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Ah, the perfect winter. Cozy mornings, spa days, and unwinding in your comfort zone. Discover everything you need to refresh and recharge at the TSC White Sale. Save up to 50% on bath and bedding from top brands like Home Sweet, Silk & Snow, Healthopedic, and more. With extra savings popping up all month. Sheets, mattresses, towels, and more. It's all at the White Sale. Shop now at tsc.ca. Exciting offers every day.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Bet Rivers. Take a chance. The Raptors, one of a number of games in the association today. In fact, 10. Philly beats Houston 124-115. Dallas 125-120 over the Pelicans. Knicks lose to the Magic 98-94. Detroit beats Washington 129-117. Atlanta over top of San Antonio 109-99. Memphis beats Golden State 116-107. Cleveland taking care of the Bulls 109-91. And currently Miami is beating Brooklyn by 3, 80-77. The free throw is no good. So the Raptors still trail by 12, 188 with 4:50 to go. Barrett drives on the far side, goes up and under the 10 and misses the layup. Just crawled out of the rim. Raptors really needed that one, no doubt. Toronto trailing by 12. By all standards in today's NBA, Jonesy, a low-scoring game. Crazy to say that at 188 with 4 minutes to go. Triple, no good. Far side for Tatum. Raptors with the rebound. They need a score right here. Siakam ahead, far corner to Barnes. Barnes puts it on the floor, got by Al Horford. Missed the layup as it crawled off the rim, but it's put back in by Pascal.
Scotty Barnes has played 37 minutes and does not have a free throw attempt. On the other end, Porzingis is falling every time the wind blows.
Drew Holiday out on the far side. Porzingis away from the ball. Bowls over Siakam, and they call him for the foul. Porzingis with a mocking laugh towards the officials. Didn't like the call. And we are heading the other way. Raptor ball. Quickly crosses up. White into the near corner. Schroeder, good look at a three. In front of the Celtics bench, he missed it, and Porzingis with a traffic rebound. Hands it to White, who gives it to Holiday. Drew Holiday will come across center for Boston. Holiday going at Schroeder, gets into the paint. His help came. Holiday passes out Tatum, far wing. Check that, Horford. He missed it. Raptors get the rebound. Barnes has it ahead to Barrett. Scotty Barnes with 13 rebounds. Schroeder, between the legs with the pass to Tatum. Siakam missing, fouled, and he's going to the free throw line.
Schroeder, very cute. We've seen him do that before. Great job getting the ball to Siakam down low. Pascal, hopefully convert these two, and if you're Toronto, bar the door at the other end. Fast break. When the Raptors are able to play quickly, I don't mean...
Emmanuel, you mean fast?
Yeah, at a rate of speed. And push the pace. I mean, fast break points, 29-15 Toronto tonight.
Siakam knocks down the first one, second one coming, and that one goes rim glass and in. Raptors have it down to 8, 3:24 to go. Lots of time here, but got to be precise on this end. Boston shooting only 41% of the game. Raptors just forced another turnover. They get it. Schroeder did the dirty work at center along with Barnes. Barrett down the floor. Over on the far side to Quickly. Gets it toward the baseline, far side, floats it up and over Porzingis, and the Raptors have it down to 6. And before the Celtics inbound, Joe Mazzulla takes a timeout.
Really, really good job by the Raptors, just continuing to hang in. You just wish a couple more three-point shots would have gone down. And when they play with that pace, create turnovers and counterattack at the other end, man, they are good.
Jonesy will keep it here. 3:04 to go. The Raptors have cut it to 6. And they've done it without any scoring, or I shouldn't say any, not a whole lot of scoring from Scotty Barnes tonight. Only 8 points on 4 of 11. Pascal has been better in the second half. He's up to 17 points as he struggled. 1 of 6, 1 of 7, I believe, to start the game. Quickly and Barrett have been fantastic, and Toronto's gotten decent production from the bench tonight, especially with Schroeder's 13. They've outscored the Boston bench 22-7, and they're playing without Gary Trent tonight.
Well, without Gary Trent, without Pirtle. So
I meant just from the bench,
from
without
the bench,
Pirtle as well.
With some scoring and a guy who's one of their anchors. They've done a really nice job. It's about just trying to get close enough right now. Just a few more stops and a few more makes, and they're picking up almost full court.
Drew Holiday across center. Guarded by Schroeder. Ticking under 3 minutes to go. It's down to 2:50 to be exact. Now it's White. White getting to the near elbow. Got into the paint. Got at the rim. Missed with the left-hand scoop. He had all day and he blew it. Quickly to Siakam. Pascal far corner. Barnes to Barrett. Barrett down Main Street. Hit by White. No call. Rebound to Porzingis.
Great move by RJ. Great to get to the basket. That was a terrific move. All right, you got to get a stop at this end again.
Oh, man, they just got one, but they came up empty.
Yeah.
Tatum over to White. Far wing. Gets into the paint. Leans in. Left another one short. Tapped out by Holiday. It's going to be Raptor ball. It was knocked into Gucci Row far side. Pascal gets it in quickly. 2:12 to go. Schroeder across center. To Barnes straight away. They left him. He thought about the three and instead works it around. Barnes has it back on the baseline. Drives to the 10 and again hit.
No contact,
he gets
no foul
the bucket,
call.
But no foul call.
Good for him to play through it. He put his chest, his shoulder right into Porzingis' chest. Said, screw this. I'm getting the bucket either way.
Holiday on the far side gets into the paint, goes up top to Tatum. Missing the triple. Rebound to Schroeder. Raptors down 4 with the ball. 1:40 to play. Siakam far sideline quickly. No good. Had a great look at a three.
That was a good look and a good shot. All right, if you're Toronto, you've been good. Keep the defense going.
Ticking under 90 seconds to go. Tatum straight away. Quickly in front of him. Barnes comes over to help. Cross court in the near corner to White. 3-ball in front of the Raptor bench. It's good. Man, oh man, what a shot from White.
Well, that's the guy you don't want to leave open, and that was a heck of a pass by Tatum. Cross court.
103-96. Raptors down 7. Barnes to Quickly. Quickly straight away. Holiday in front of him. Back to Barnes. Barnes trying to work on Porzingis now. Behind the back to Quickly. In the near corner to Schroeder. Schroeder turning the corner into the paint. Goes back over the shoulder to Pascal in front of the Boston bench. Missed. And the rebound to Tatum. That might do it, folks. Down 7 with 55 seconds to go. Pascal 0 of 6 from distance tonight. And out near center, the Raptors nearly get a steal, but they're going to call a foul on Barnes.
Scotty, a half
and
a
it was
beat
a
late.
foul.
It was a foul.
Yep.
My sucky Aaron was
so
because
close.
You had the trap in the right spot, and that pass from Tatum to Holiday had so much air on it. And people always think, oh, the double team. The double team does not get you the steal.
Right.
It creates a panic and some pressure and a bad pass, or a pass with too much air, or to the wrong person in the wrong place. That's where you get your steal.
104-96, 50.8 to go. Boston less than a minute away from sweeping the Raptors this season. And we got a timeout, Darko Rajakovic, 105-96 with 50.8 seconds to play. Toronto, unfortunately, Jonesy, with a loss tonight, would fall 10 games below 500. They've put up a battle. They seem to play better and maybe even be better, more balanced since the trade, but unfortunately it's not necessarily resulting in wins. The good thing, I guess, if we're looking for a silver lining, is, yeah, you got to leapfrog teams, but entering action tonight, they were a game and a half out of 10th in the Eastern Conference. And 10, of course, does matter if you're looking to, at the very least, give yourself a shot by getting into the play-in. Brooklyn sitting in 10th, Atlanta in 11th, only a half game out, and the Raptors sitting in 12th, a game and a half out. Now, what happened to the Hawks and the Nets earlier today?
Well, the Hawks were
Atlanta won.
San Antonio.
And Brooklyn is currently tied with Miami with 1:13 to go in the fourth. So, the Raptors might not lose any ground on the Nets if they lose, and Atlanta would jump into the 10th seed and Brooklyn would fall to 11th. And we're just going to start tracking that, maybe not every night, but we are basically now hitting the halfway point of the season.
Well, as the old Latin phrase says, the die may have been cast. I mean, you're not going to get up into a spot like 5 or 6, but you could certainly be in that play-in if you catch fire. And again, this team is really close to having, a 3-4 game winning streak.
Quickly driving toward the tin, cut off on the near side. He thought he was contacted. Darko calling for a foul, doesn't get it. Quickly wanted it, and the Raptors are going to lose this ball game, folks. Boston passes out of the pressure. They get it to Horford, to Holiday, and the Celtics just passing this thing around the court, trying to milk out the clock. The Celtics are going to win their 31st game. They will have more than twice the amount of wins as the Raptors. White asking Joe Mazzulla if they should take the turnover, and they do as he holds the ball at center court, and the Raptors will inbound with 21.3 seconds to play. And the Raptors inbound the ball, and they're just going to dribble at the clock and hold it. The fans are kind of calling for Toronto to do something, but it doesn't matter. And I don't know. Is there any money on the line in terms of spreads or over-unders? I have no idea. Raptors 105-96. Obviously, the players don't know that stuff, but maybe some fans in the stands do. That's the era we're in, I suppose, as Toronto holds the ball and unfortunately loses their 25th game of the season as they fall now 10 games below 500 and will get set for the home back-to-back, a rare home back-to-back on Wednesday and Thursday. Toronto will be seeing the Miami Heat in town coming up on Wednesday. And then the game on Thursday against the Chicago Bulls. In fact, this week, 4 Eastern Conference opponents as they will travel to New York on Saturday and then come back home from Memphis next week. But that's Boston, Miami, Chicago, and New York. 4 straight in Toronto. Or excuse me, against the East. 3 of them in Toronto as the Raptors lose this one to Boston. Again, the final score, 105-96.
A tough night, and it's the three-point shot. That's the great equalizer or great killer in some sense when you look at it. Raptors outscored by 36 points from behind the arc, and they lose the game by 9. Tough, really, really tough. And it's too bad because Toronto had been doing a really nice job of shooting the 3 coming into tonight, and it failed them. That first trip back, that first game back after a long trip is often like another trip, another game on the trip, and Toronto had a real tough time tonight. I thought they played hard. The intensity was there. They could have got maybe the benefit of a little bit of a different whistle at times. Scotty Barnes, 41 minutes, 12 field goal attempts, only 2 of them threes, and he does not get a free throw. Interesting. Very interesting. So, I mean, that's something that if you're the Raptors, all you can do is continue to play through it and keep playing hard with, still about half the season to go.
105-96 the final. We'll take the break, come back with the final stats, then get set to wrap things up from Scotiabank Arena. Raptor postgame coverage coming up shortly as well with Raptors Reaction. It's Toronto Raptors basketball presented by Tangerine Bank, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans on Sportsnet 590. The fans streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
We'd rather sell it than count it. The inventory clear-out is on now at Visions Electronics. Find savings throughout the entire store. TVs, appliances, computers, and more. It's all been heavily discounted, and it all has to go. And you can take up to 3 years to pay interest-free. Plus, enter for your chance to win a 100-inch Hisense TV. The inventory clear-out. On now for a limited time, only at Visions Electronics. See all the deals at visions.ca.
The perfect winter. Cozy mornings, spa days, and unwinding in your comfort zone. Discover everything you need to refresh and recharge at the TSC White Sale. Save up to 50% on bath and bedding from top brands like Home Suite, Silk & Snow, Healthopedic, and more. With extra savings popping up all month.